In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible team for under 1 million MT right now in NBA 2K25 Myteam. Yes, that is a lot of MT to spend on one single squad. So if you guys want to go watch my other team builders, I got the best team in the game for 100,000 MT, 250k, 500,000 MT. So you have those lower MT price points if you guys want to go check out those videos. But this is a video for people that have a lot more MT to spend, have around 1 million MT to spend for a squad. And even if you don't, and you just want to maybe know some cards that can play on this good of a team, there's going to be cards on this list that are only 50, 60, 70,000 MT. So you can also take those cards from this video and add them onto your lineup. But I think at the starting point guard position, there's not really an amazing buyout point guard in this game right now. Like, there's Pink Diamond LaMelo Ball, who's not that great. There's our backup point guard, who we'll talk about here in a second, that is about 50, 60k. But besides those couple names, like Galaxy Tyler Hero, I'm trying to think of point guard cards that aren't like the super expensive versions. There's really not too many in this game. So I think Stephon Castle, for his price of like 15 to 20k, is going to be really good for this type of team. All we need him to do is be 6'7". He's got great height, great wingspan, great player model, and play good defense in game. 92 steal, 92 perimeter. That's all sort of we're asking from Stephon Castle. We don't really need much scoring, much offense. He's got a capable enough jump shot, able to green wide open, got the Kyrie Irving dribble style, so he can be a secondary or third ball handler if we need him to. But with the cards we have next to him, he's not going to really need to touch the ball on offense that often, because we have Kyle Korver at that starting shooting guard position, another taller shooting guard, another guy that's going to give us pretty good height at that shooting guard spot, 6'7", 6'9" wingspan. And they actually gave Korver some pretty good defense, like 92 perimeter, 90 steal, Hall of Fame challenger, glove, immovable, off-ball pass, on-ball menace, and pick dodger. So he can be a good defender. He's not going to be our lock. That's obviously going to be Stephon Castle, but he's got a 99.3 every single Hall of Fame shooting badge you'll need, with an amazing jump shot, his own release on very quick timing. I think it's easy to green, it's quick, and it's one of the best jump shots in this game. And again, Korver's not like that expensive. He's only 80 to 90,000 MT, which I think is a great price point for a top 5-ish shooting guard in this game. And I think Kyle Korver on this type of team is an amazing shooting guard next to Stephon Castle. And then just to give us that main primary ball handler is going to be Pink Diamond Michael Beasley. Now, I'm not going to include Pink Diamond Dr. J in this team. I think he could be another great candidate for this type of squad, but I want to have Michael Beasley here because I think he is so good with his jump shot, especially after the shooting buff. 6'9" small forward, 7-foot wingspan, and this release is so quick and so easy to green that you can pretty much just shoot over anybody and it doesn't matter. It's going to be wide open. He can smack those contestants as well. He's got the Jalen Green dribble style. He's got Devin Booker escape, Garland behind the back. He's got some pretty good dribble sigs. His movement is elite, and if you're looking for one of the best on-ball scoring cards in this game, I think Michael Beasley is great for his price as well, which you can find this card easily for under 150k. More so like 120, 125k is what you can find this card for. Really not that expensive. There's a huge supply of him on the auction house because of those heroic super packs, and I think he's a great small forward next to Kyle Korver and Stephon Castle. But I feel like we need some defense on this lineup, and I think Hakeem Olajuwon is the perfect power forward to put next to our center. He's going to be a great defender. That's all we really need him for at the power forward position. He's going to set great screens. He's going to be able to roll to the basket, set screens, pick and pop, being able to pop off the screen with a good jump shot. 84.3. I do like his jump shot, but like I said, he's mainly here for that defense. 94 block, 97 interior defense, and he's a pretty quick power forward. 87 speed, 89 agility is really good for a 7-foot card that does have a great player model in game. And I think, like I said, he's going to be a great power forward next to Pink Diamond Wemby. Now, Wemby's price does vary quite a bit. I've seen people get him for as low as 400k, and I've seen people obviously getting him for like around 500,000 MT. So it really depends when you're checking the auction house, really depends when you're going on and seeing how much he's going for. But I think his price ranges from anywhere from 400 to 500,000 MT. But for a squad that you're spending a million MT on, you have to have Victor Wembanyama in your lineup, a 7'4" center, 7'8" wingspan. The only flaw about this card is that he's a little bit on the slower end, only 79 speed, 77 agility. But I mean, this card's ridiculous. He shoots over the top of anybody, you know, with his jump shot being absolute knockdown, his wingspan almost being 8 foot, and he can just literally shoot over the top of anybody is what makes him so valuable in game. And obviously his defense on the interior is ridiculous. 97 block, 92 interior defense. He gets some of the glitchiest animations in game, and I think he's a must-have card for this type of squad. And this starting lineup is going to cost, I think, anywhere from like 700 to 750,000 MT, which yes is really expensive, obviously spending a majority of that on Victor Wembanyama, but there's some really good lower tier cards in there, lower priced cards like Hakeem, Kyle Korver, and Stephon Castle that can pretty much play on anybody's lineups and really don't go for that much MT. Now off the bench, like I mentioned, another point guard here that's, you know, not crazy expensive, like 50, 60, maybe 70,000 MT at the most for Galaxy Gilbert Arenas. 6'4" point guard, 6'9" wingspan, and he's going to be a really good scorer. He's got a good jump shot. He's got some pretty good dribble sigs. But like I mentioned, there's not like any really good point guards for like 70, 80, 100,000 MT that are worth that price tag. So I think going with like a Stephon Castle, going with a Gilbert Arenas are going to be the two best options, even on a team that has this many good cards around them. They're obviously going to be two of the weaker cards in this lineup, but I think they do their job. And I think Gilbert Arenas is going to be a great backup point guard, giving us some offense off the bench. So is Drazen Petrovic, another card that I think is really good for his price tag. He's a top 10 shooting guard in this game, 6'5" at the shooting guard position, 6'8" wingspan. They gave him some pretty good defensive stats and badges, but he's basically just a worse Kyle Korver. 99.3, 99 mid-range, every single shooting badge in this game on Hall of Fame, and they gave him a great jump shot with that Jared Culver base. Oscar upper on very quick timing is one of the best jump shots in this game, and for only like 60,000 MT, it's going to be harder to find a better value card than Galaxy Drazen Petrovic. Backup small forward, we're going to need some height. We only have two 6-foot cards in our backcourt, so we're definitely a little bit undersized in that backcourt, but I think having Jonathan Bender really makes up for it. Having that 7-foot small forward, 7'4" wingspan with a quick release, the Montrezl Harrell base, Trae Young upper on quick timing. He's a very similar card to Beasley in the sense if he can just shoot over the top of anybody because of how fast our jump shots is, but even more ridiculous with Jonathan Bender being 7 foot at that small forward position. And again, his price tag isn't anything ridiculous. 65, 70,000 MT is a great price point for Jonathan Bender. And then at the backup power forward position, gonna go to a cheaper card to obviously save some MT for other cards on this squad. But I think Tyson Chandler is so good for a diamond card and like under 5,000 MT. 7 foot, can play power forward, 7'3" wingspan, and he's just going to be here for defense. 96 block, 96 interior defense, great Hall of Fame defensive badges. Yes, only a 62-3 ball, but his jump shot's actually very good for a 62-3, and I think it's very easy to knock down in the catch and shoot. And it's going to, like I said, save a lot of MT to go ahead and spend on better cards in this squad. And then for the backup center position, there's a couple cards you can debate between. You know, Pink Diamond Kristaps is really good. You even have Galaxy Gobert. But the one thing I wonder with Gobert and Tyson Chandler in the front court is you're not going to have great jump shots and great 3-point shooting. So if you wanted to run Gobert as your backup center, I would probably recommend running a Diamond Jaren Jackson Jr. instead, just because he gives you a little bit more 3-point shooting, has a better jump shot, spaces the floor a lot better than having Tyson Chandler and Gobert. But I think for this lineup specifically, I like going with that Tyson Chandler at power forward, and I like going with that Kristaps Porzingis as the backup center. But Gobert and Jaren Jackson Jr. are basically the same price points and are also very good cards for this type of squad. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this team? Let me know what you guys would change, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.